Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Thomas Taylor III coming to you live from Lawrenceville, Georgia, you guys, on this beautiful Sunday morning. I'm the president and CEO of a life coaching business called Tailor Your Dreams, where we help individuals create a larger vision of their life, as well as the things that they want to do in life, their goals and dreams and aspirations. This morning, I want to talk to you about something that's dear to my heart, and that's leadership, you guys. And I'm going to talk to you about leadership in two different perspectives. So one, I want to talk to you about leadership in terms of your job, just kind of that corporate America setting, right? So this is what happens when you go from an employee to a supervisor or manager. You'll typically have somebody there to kind of do like an on-the-job training that helps you with what your roles and responsibilities are. So they'll help you understand what reports are due, when they're due. They'll help you understand what the people on the floor is responsible for, right? But understand, there's a distinct difference between a manager and a leader, okay? So, and we all know individuals that are in management positions, but that are not necessarily leaders. Why? So here's the difference. A manager will give directives. Okay, I need you to do this. I need you to do that, right? And the difference is a leader will say, hey, let's do this. Let's do that, right? Let me show you how this is done. Why? Because a leader really understands that his success really is predicated on the team, not him, right? So just kind of want to set that foundation in terms of the fundamental difference between just a manager and a leader. And I want to move that into the family structure. Why, you guys? Because if you look around what's going on today, you see that the family is really under attack. Okay? And it's not nothing new, but as you can see, it's kind of getting worse, right? And the attack is coming from the nucleus, right? The attack is coming from the inside, meaning society is attacking the male figure in that family structure. Well, this is what happens, right? A lot of us, including myself, who actually are in a position to lead, meaning a father, a husband, like all these different things. Guess what, you guys? We didn't have that example that I just talked to you about in terms of somebody to show you the job that you're responsible for. I'll say it again. We didn't have that father, and even a lot of women out there, we didn't have that father that says, hey, this is a new experience for you. So I'm gonna give you some tips on the job training on how to navigate this thing called responsibility, you guys, right? Again, like corporate America, we had that individual that says, hey, these are the expectations, these are the responsibilities of that position. And kind of like, these are the do's, and based upon my experience, these are the don'ts. But when you grow up without a father, you guys, and you don't have that, you kind of flounder and you try to find your way, right? You do things that may work, you do things that may not work. But if we go back a little bit deeper, right? I'm gonna say all the way back to slavery, right? What was the main thing there, right? The main thing was to break up the family, to break up the unity of the family. Why? Because if we separate the man from the women and the children, now the women and children are exposed and we could do anything we want to them. And you guys already know the history. I don't have to go through the history. You already know the history of what happened to our women when it happened. Well, you guys, today, the same exact thing is happening. It's just a little bit disguised, if you will. Because the nuclear of our family, the nucleus, the man, right, is being in a position where there's a lot of pressure on us, and decisions that are being made are negatively impacting our women and our children, right? So again, what I want to talk to you about is as a man, right? What is your guide rule, right? So for example, if I'm a mechanic and a foreign car comes into my shop, right? And I don't really work on foreign cars, but they're in real need of me getting that car actually worked on. What do, you guys? Well, typically, I'm going to ask somebody who actually worked on that type of vehicle. Hey, have you worked on this type of vehicle? Oh, yep. Okay, hey, they're telling me that this is the problem. Have you experienced that problem before? Right? Some may say yes, some may say no. But guess what else a mechanic does, you guys? A mechanic picks up a book. He picks up a book. Why? Because inside of that book is going to give him some clues on how that car is actually constructed, how it was made, right? And if there's some mechanical issues with that car, hey, these could be some things that you need to look at. Now, again, he's never worked in a car before, right? But now this car has come into his life. It has come into his circle, and now he's responsible, you guys. Okay? So now we become fathers. We become husbands, right? Never really experienced that before. What do we do? Good question, right? Well, there's books that have been written to help guide us. One of those books is the Bible, you guys. Ooh, yeah, I said it. One of those books is the Quran, right? Why were they written, right? To help guide us, right? When we get to crossroads in life, what do we do? Who do we ask? There's books, you guys, that have been written that people have come way before us that dealt with the same thing. But again, if you're a mechanic, because it's physical, if you was a mechanic and you ran into an issue on a crossroad and you didn't know where to turn, you would pick up a book and learn something, right? But now today, we're fathers, right? We're husbands, and we try to figure this thing out on our own, you guys, versus picking up a book and helping us in terms of the responsibilities that we need to understand that are our responsibilities, right? So think about this. So the customer comes in and he brings the car, like I stated, and now you say kind of what we say today. Oh man, well, I didn't have a father, so I don't know what to do. So you tell the client, well, hey, look, this is my first one. Like, I didn't have somebody previously with the same type of car that you have, so I don't really know how to fix your car. Well, what would that client say, right? They would move on to somebody else. Why? Because they're not into your excuses that you don't know. All they know is they need that car fixed. So think about it, right? As husbands, as fathers, right? If our wives are coming to us about issues that we need to resolve, as well as our children, do you think they want to hear, hey, babe, I didn't have a father, so I don't know what to do. You tell your son asks you about certain things in life. You say, hey, son, man, I don't really know, man. I don't know what to tell you because I didn't have a father. Just think about, like, you see how crazy it sounds? Now, it doesn't mean it's not true, you guys, right? Because I understand. So I'm not diminishing that, right? What I'm saying is, what I'm sharing is, we cannot continue to use that as an excuse. Why? Because our family structure is actually breaking down because of that, right? And there's books to guide us, to help us, right? To understand what our roles as a leader is, what our roles as a father is, what our roles as a husband is, to help us, you guys. Because it's dear to my heart. As you can see, I'm pouring out my heart, because our family structure, you guys, is being under attack. And I take that personal, you guys. Why? Because I know how important family is to all of us. And we all know, a lot of us grew up with a lot of cousins back in the days, right? Now, you could be jawing back and forth with your cousin, going back and forth, but as soon as the guy around the corner, as soon as the neighbor, as soon as the next person says something to your cousin, guess what? You ready to fight, right? You are ready to throw down, right? Because you're not going to let anybody say anything negative to your family, you guys. Are you guys with me? Like we're losing that. We're missing that dynamic, right? And it's on us as fathers. It's on us as leaders, right? To reach out to one another, right? Because sometimes, you guys, our pride is so strong. And they say pride comes before the fall, right? Reach out and get help, right? And I say all the time, I got a life coach, right? I have a coach. Why? To help me understand certain things, to reach to a higher level. Why? Ultimately, you guys, to help more people, which is going to help me become a better father. It's going to help me become a better leader. It's going to help me become a better husband, you guys. Just think about it. Just think about it for a moment. Again, in terms of a mechanic, if we don't know, it don't stop us. We go and find out. So you guys, let's get together. Let's band together. Let's do better to help one another become better leaders in our family first, you guys, because you can't be a good leader for the community if you're not a good leader in your household. That's a farce. You're fooling yourself. That's not how it works, you guys. That's not how it works. Your first business of priority, your first order of business is your household, is your family. If we do that, if we band together, right? If we band together, if we lock arms, right? It'll be tougher for society to infiltrate our family and expose our women and children, you guys. And that's dear to my heart because I know for a fact we could do better by not utilizing any excuses, right? Yep. I didn't have a father. Okay. Yep. A lot of people that's listening to me, guess what? They didn't have a father either. And I know a lot of brothers out there that are doing the things that they need to do despite all that, you guys. So let's stop using that as an excuse. If you need help, reach out to another brother, right? Reach out to somebody who may have more experience than you do in that area. It's okay, right? It doesn't diminish you being a man. You're still a man. You're still a manly man. But guess what? If you go back to slavery, you guys, all they had was each other, right? And when the man, he knew that that's where their unity was, that's where their power was, guess what? They did everything in their power to break that up. Because they knew that once we break up the unity, once we break up the fiber, the core, the essence of who they are, we got them. They're exposed. They're exposed, you guys, right? So on this Sunday morning, going into next week, right, what I want you guys to work on is leadership, you guys. Being that leader that God has ordained for you to become, you guys, because I know you can do it. And if you need help, reach out to brothers like myself or brothers in your community who you know that are doing certain things, right? Or pick up a book, pick up the Bible, pick up the Quran, right? And you can even Google certain things and they'll give you certain scriptures, right? Right. And I'm talking about not from a religious standpoint, but from a spiritual standpoint, you guys. Those books are guides. They're rules, right? It helped me in a lot of different ways when I didn't know, when I didn't understand, when I had to figure it out, when I didn't have nobody and I had to reach out to different brothers. And that's the information and advice that they gave me. Why? Because it stand the test of time, you guys, right? So again, you guys, I know you have it in you to be that leader that God has designed and ordained for you to be. The most important thing is that we all band together to protect our family structure, you guys. Hey, that's my time. As you can see, I'm passionate about this. I could go on and on. I'm going to create events outside of this so we can have more dialogue. I can, answer questions and we can share thoughts and ideas, you guys. Because at the end of the day, guess what? We're responsible, right? Because nobody's coming to save us, you guys. They're not coming because if they was coming, they would have came already. So again, This is Thomas Taylor III. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Thomas Taylor III. That's Taylor Your Dreams. If you have any questions or ideas, you can email me at TYD@TaylorYourDreams, you guys. Hey, go out there and be the leader that God has ordained and designed for you to become. Until we speak again, make it a great day.